So today we're looking at this. A volume roller by Black Mountain called the Black Mountain Volume Pedal. And my name is Gabor.
Nice. Hey, welcome. I'm Alex. Welcome along to the channel and the video. Going to check this out today. Please hit like and subscribe first up on the channel. Give us a thumbs up, ding that bell, and leave us a comment. That would be awesome. Thank you very much.
Please do. And this was sent to us by Cole at Black Mountain. Picks, slides, and volume pedals.
Guitar paraphernalia.
So big thank you to that. And also big thank you to RJ for kind of hooking us up. RJ Ronquillo. And we're also using, we're using this, and I'll show a close-up photo of it. The TAGUA.
Sure.
TAGUA. I'm not quite sure what it's called. But these are picks that he makes, which are actually rather nice picks made out of TAGUA.
Yeah.
TAGUA, which is a palm tree, and it's also called vegetable ivory because it has similar qualities to ivory, but it's the nut. What kind of a palm tree has a crazy nut like this? It's made out of a nut of a palm tree, and it has similar qualities to ivory. So it's a
little recessed piece of cork in there for coolness.
So all our playing, you will be hearing the dynamics of this pick striking the strings through this volume pedal. Yeah. So, Alex, how's it going?
You all right?
So we've got the Black Mountain volume pedal. So it works like a volume pedal. You've got an input, you've got an output. You also have a tuner out, and you've got a taper switch, which we'll look at later on. There's timestamps for everything below, by the way. It works in a similar way to a volume pedal, but instead of pushing it that way, you move it forward and backwards.
It's a roller
mechanism.
mechanism.
It's a roller mechanism that looks suchly. And you can hear there's an amplifier there. You also have a tuner out, which means you can kind of split it. There's timestamps for everything. So we're going to use it as a volume pedal. We're going to use it as a Y splitter to go into 2 amps. We're also going to use it, believe it or not, as an expression pedal.
Whoa.
And we're going to check out what it's like standing up, because there were some people maybe that were saying, oh man, but how does it work standing up? Because it's like a roller thing. So we're going to do that timestamps for everything.
No one said it like that.
They all said it like that. They're all going like that.
Okay, so straight into an amp first off. Through a Mostronics amp switcher. Our amp of choice is a Cherry Tone OTS Mini 20. Set clean at the moment. And 2-nose torpedo Captor X for IRs, verb and whatnot.
That's there.
And I've got a little warm-off parts guitar.
Yes.
So that's what that is.
That looks like that. So let's try now. We're on the linear. So you've got linear and audio taper. So linear basically means it just goes like that. Audio taper is sort of a bit more of a
curve to it.
Curviness to it. So let's just start up on that, and let's just go from 0 to sound.
0 to rock.
You can do volume swells with it and stuff like that.
It does volume things.
Should we just check it? Maybe let's put gain channel on.
Sure.
Left or right?
Left for gain.
Let's put the gain channel on. Turn the gain down smidgingly. So we're now just on the dirty channel of the amp, which sounds like this. Yeah. So let's just check it out, because you can maybe hear it better with the gain channel than with the clean. Let's just check out the taper and then go to the other taper just to hear. So we're going from 0, and it says 0 up the top, so you know where you are. And let's bring it in. So just very gradually it gets... It's actually... You can probably be a lot more accurate with this.
Oh, yeah?
In terms of going, my clean sound when I have it on the, if you did a volume thing.
Yeah.
You go on 2, it's clean, and you go to 2, and then it's clean. Because it was clean before on 2, so it should be clean now. If you strum a chord.
Still, yep.
Well, actually, I prefer it on 3. Anyway, now let's try the same thing, but with the audio taper. So there's a switch up the front. You do that. It goes from show a photo of it from linear to audio taper. Let's just try the same thing. Just one time quickly, we'll do a quick cut, just the two. So this is linear now. Audio. Definite difference. It comes in much later. So maybe if you do the thing where you use a volume pedal as a gain control as well.
Yeah.
With audio taper, you may have more play in the cleaner sounds.
Sure.
And then it's much quicker to get to the driven sound. So I don't know.
I feel like that'll be a personal preference when you stand up, feel it under your foot.
Exactly right. Personal preference. Should we now? I mean, that's that. It's a volume pedal, right? So you can do volume swell with it. You can use it with a delay. Should we now hook it up into 2 amps and do some playing around with that? All right, we're now plugged into not 1, not 3, definitely not 4, but 2 amplifiers using the tuner out. So in this case, it's kind of like a through. So you've got to think of it as, if you use a tuner output, it's an always on, so it doesn't, the volume pedal side of things doesn't affect it. So the way we've got it set up is we're going out of the tuner out into the normal amplifier, set up the way it was before, and the affected or normal output that the volume pedal affects goes into an amp sim with some delay. So we're in effect using it as a wet-dry signal.
Yeah.
We can blend in a second amp with some wetness
Sweet.
into it. And it sounds like this. So this is just a dry sound. And you can kind of blend it in by, depending on how far you turn it up.
Yeah, so that can be wet-dry effects, time-based effects for wet-dry things, or different fuzzes, or different clean tones, or layering, blah, 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 blah.
Could just be bringing a second amp in. So some people, I know there's quite a lot of people actually that have an amp that's always kind of clean or edge of breakup. And then for the drive, then you might want to bring in a second amp that's a driven amp, but you want the definition from that clean amp. So with that, you can bring in the dirty amp. So 2 amps, just another scenario. So now the next thing we can do with it,
more,
I know, is we can actually use it as an expression pedal. So let's set that up and do that. So we're now plugged in to the HX1 and we're going to use it as an expression pedal. Now I just want to mention right from the start, so the HX1 takes a stereo TRS cable, but it actually splits into 2 monos because it has 2 functions. So you can have 2 foot switches, you can have an expression pedal or a foot switch. So we're only using one side of this Tour Gear Design flat pedal Y cable, which is a rather lovely cable. Now, other pedals may take TRS inputs, but they only have one function for it. In that case, you would plug that side into the other end, into the input. So you have the input and output. So you go to TRS to 2 monos and go input and output. We may show an example of that later on as well. But for now, I just thought, what better effect to use than a whammy? The greatest effect ever invented.
Yeah.
So we're going out of we're plugged into the output here, going into the expression pedal input on the whammy, on the HX1, using it as a whammy. And unwhammied, it sounds like this. And let's use some delay, because whammy and delay are good friends.
Oh, are they?
They work together very well.
Friends.
So let's turn it on, and now let's use it as an expression pedal. Well, let's just see. I wonder if the taper makes a difference. I don't know if it does or not, but let's go to. We're on linear taper. Let's go to audio taper. Let's see if it makes a difference. It may. See, it kind of skips the first bit, whereas the other one it didn't do that. I don't know. I don't know.
Don't think it does.
Maybe it doesn't affect it. Maybe that's just me imagining things. But I mean, you can do whammy stuff. You can do. Let's try one more effect. What effect should we do? Let's go. Wah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's probably not a bad idea. So we've got. Let's just use the. Which one do you want to use? The weeper.
Yes.
Let's weep.
Whatever that means.
It's a weeper wah. And you can see here up here, that's the line up the top. That's sort of where it travels. But, I mean, it works as an expression pedal.
Lovely.
All right, so we're now using it as a different kind of expression pedal. Well, it's still as an expression pedal, but now we've got a TRS cable, the Tour Gear Designs TRS cable going into here, and we've got the two mono ends going on either side of this. It's a much simpler thing than with the Line 6 thing, so this controls the speed now of the tremolo, of this Moog tremolo, which sounds suchly.
I used to do that with that pedal all the time, and it's really fun to do trim speed in real time.
Oh, with an expression pedal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is just as an example. Any
Yeah.
pedal that takes a TRS input for an expression pedal, you can do that with it, basically.
Thumbs up.
Mm-hmm. All right, and we're now going to be using this with our
Tootsies.
feet.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we both have feet, and we're both going to use it. Alex is going to do it sitting down. I'm going to be doing it standing up. And then, okay, impressions.
Okay.
Just off you go.
Just go.
Just go. Just do it. Do it, man.
Shh.
Okay, first thoughts.
So, if you have shoes with a very flat bottom, I think you'd be better with Converse. It will grab anything that's on the sole of your foot. So, I've got some little...
Ah, he's got knobbly feet.
See, you can see those, like, where the logo thing is? That's actually recessed. So, as I got to about 6 or 7, it would stop, and you have to push past it. So, you know, if you're doing cowboy boots or stilettos, maybe want to get used to that before you go out to the gig.
So you can't wear your stilettos, Alex.
Cowboy boots.
You stiletto cowboy boots.
Both at one time.
Or those high heels Converse, you know.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm going to be standing up, and I'm going to be using this rather lovely Warmouth parts guitar. And there's a playlist of all the different bits and how it was put together up here, and a link to the description below as well, with a Warmouth Mooncaster body. And does that look super duper awesome? Yeah, I think it's got ocean turquoise.
Your voice went up there.
Yeah, I know. A chambered Hoxie aluminium
Like
neck.
a voice whammy.
Voice of it, yeah, well, with some expression. And some rather awesome Mad Love pickups. These are Travis Bean style pickups. So, I'm going to be standing up.
Cool.
Headless. I'm going to be the headless YouTube dude with let's put the cable around that way so it's out of the way. Okay. All right. And it sounds, let's start off all the way up. It sounds like this. taper. Let's try the not linear taper, the audio taper. Okay. I prefer linear taper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Did I mention okay? All right.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. Okay, very first thing, because this is sort of we haven't done this before today, right? So we've only played with this now. Very first impression, I felt awkward because I put all my weight on the other foot, and I felt like I had to sort of kind of hover above it. But once you kind of get into the whole thing and you realize that you can put your full weight on it, it does take your weight. It's solid.
Yep.
That made it much easier.
Sure.
Now, I don't know if I would want to use this as a wah or a whammy pedal all night long as an expression thing.
Because you use a whammy all night long.
Because I use a whammy. Well, I use whammy a lot. Or wah, I use it. But you know what I mean. At a whole gig, so you use it like every whammy and wah thing because you use it as an expression pedal. As a volume pedal, and especially to me, I'm not someone who uses volume pedals a lot.
Right.
But I think I would be more accurate with this.
Okay.
You know, the whole thing of having all the way up is you're like slightly driven. Send a delay up. If you want to use it as almost like turning the volume down on the guitar. I think I don't know if I'd be more accurate, but you can get very accurate, and because you can see the number as well, so you can kind of go, okay, my clean sound is at 5, right?
Sure.
So you set it, and you can put your foot on the side of it, and you can see the numbers. You can slide it to 5, and then you know you're on your clean sound, but you go all the way up and you're on the dirty. So maybe you can be more accurate. I don't know, but that's just my first sort of impression. But first impression is, it takes a little bit to get used to. But then it's a volume pedal. It worked.
There you go.
It does volume in a pedal form.
And it is built super solid out of this folded steel, so you can
put your full weight on it. Yeah.
There you go.
So this is, or was, the Black Mountain volume pedal roller thing by Black Mountain. A big thank you to Cole for sending it out to us.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So, final thoughts on the whole thing, Alex?
Yeah, it's cool. It's built really well.
Yeah.
It's all this got kind of folded steel outer construction, so it's very sturdy, bit of weight to it, which is nice. Even the anodized machined aluminium roller itself is really chunky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good. It's got a nice little bit of padding on the bottom for grip.
It grips quite well on wooden surfaces and stuff, yeah.
So if you're just putting it as a side thing, like an expression off to your side of a pedal or off side of your board, you don't have to worry about sliding around your dance floor or wedding jig.
Even on this is on a rug here, it's not moving much. No.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it's built sturdy. It looks quite good. I like it.
Good stuff.
Expression pedal, volume pedal, Black Mountain pedal, blender of things. Yes, blender. Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Cole. What do you guys think? Leave us a comment and socials underneath this video description. Socials and podcast. Check them out if you got a second. That'd be awesome. And thanks for hanging.
And big thank you again to RJ Ronquillo as well for hooking us up with this.
Yeah, it's really neat little box.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
See you in the next one.
See ya.